9 years later, and we're still talking about light.
Where?
No, leave me.
My area is different.
And your area is different, yes.
Oh, really? Like you have
9 years
hours.
later,
I have 20
Sound Sultan
hours.
and MI are still relevant.
20 hours,
yes.
not 24. But we're getting there.
Yeah, we're
20
getting
hours
there.
of
Well,
study life.
Yeah, it's true. It's just like seeing on Omobaba's wall today, or was it yesterday? He put Idris Abdulkarim's lecturer, Mr. Lecturer, and you know it is what is happening right now. And
Yes.
says, shout out to the people who have done music, and the music is still making
Relevant,
sense till
yeah.
today. Yeah.
All right, guys, moving swiftly along on Entertainment Splash, it's time for our entertainment news.
Yeah.
Davido's Unborn son bags endorsement deal. Now, wow, God win. Nigerian singer Davido's unborn son is apparently already making major bucks as he has bagged a major endorsement deal. Davido announced the good news via his Instagram page this week. In a post, he revealed, and I quote, "I'm super excited. My unborn son, Obio Jr., already getting big bags. Dude coming into the world super rich. Mario and Gillette baby diapers and wipes." All right. Davido has already has 2 daughters, Imade and Hailey, from 2 baby mamas, and is expecting his 3rd child with Chioma, who, from the look of things, would be a boy. For now, we know Davido and Chioma are getting married in 2020. No official date announcement yet, though. What do you guys think about this one? God, when? Hashtag.
So you see how people just give us information.
Yeah.
So he's very excited about this. Yeah, we're excited. But the thing is, and you don't want other baby mamas to be jealous. Why wouldn't they be jealous?
Yeah.
Can you see this? I mean, that was the first thing that came to mind. But then, kudos. Like, really? You should really have mouth, in this world. I mean, when your unborn children already have endorsements, they're cashing out inside belly.
As in, outside belly, how many decades since you were outside the belly and you're still here? But I like what you said, and it is something to think about, because we were talking about this the other day with Femi Adebayo's post, the actor, the Nollywood actor, really. And we're saying how do you want the other children to feel? He put out a post like that.
Yeah.
And this kind of did get me thinking.
Imade has a particular endorsement. I think his first child with Sophia Momodu. I think she had an endorsement, or she still has an endorsement. So I think it's like it's not like a new thing for the OBO family, which is getting bigger.
Juniors.
Yeah, getting bigger.
All I have to say is that hustle.
Keywords. Hashtag
what? And the thing is that we are cocoa hustling.
Hashtag God when. Hashtag your own turn will come.
There's hustle and there's hustle.
And now
we're hustling.
Hustle.
Obio Jr. is hustling.
Hustle.
Let's just move on to our next story. Sky B speaks out on death rumors. Yes, veteran Nigerian rapper Sky B has finally spoken up about rumors of his passing. In a long post he shared on Instagram, he explained that he's very much alive and only died in a film he recently starred in. He did add, however, that he was rushed to a hospital very recently because of a health emergency, and apologized to everyone who felt hurt by the news of his passing. He wrote, and I quote, "The rumor about my death started after acting a movie last week in Owerri. I died in the movie, not in real life. The main one that hit the net was the one that happened yesterday around 2:30 a.m. I had an emergency, which I was taken to the hospital, and I called a few friends to pray for me, and I updated on my status that I was critically ill and needed prayers, only for me to come out after hours after of taking drip to hear about my death rumors everywhere. I was shocked at first, but now I thank God today that I didn't die and I can't die, and please let no one post anything about my death." In closing, he added, "Please, I beg you to post about my music, not about my death. I apologize to everyone who was hurt and people who cared about me, and I also apologize to my greatest fans home and abroad who called tirelessly and messaged to get facts. Please, Sky B is strong now and ready to perform anywhere on any stage and dropping new songs too. I'm fully back with Earth and Water." You might recall that the news of Sky B's death made headlines a few days ago before it was later rumored to have been a stunt. So Sky B is back, and he said it's you people that took the news overboard, and that's not what he put out.
How did they get the news? Where did they get the news from?
So I think when you connect, so he's updated his status saying he needs help, he's critically ill. And the next thing you see
on the
pictures,
bed.
and then you see pictures of him on set looking dead. And so people just connected it to, of course, not to justify that, because I don't think that's great. Because death is such a big deal and a sensitive thing, and you need to be
So how do you just, they have not called you to tell you that somebody is dead, and then you just put together and say the person's dead. So if it was a stunt, I don't think anybody should try this again, because if people are looking for a way to be popular and they are now using death, they should just stop it already. It is not even good at all, because now he's talking about his music, or he should be, and he's ready
he's back on stage, he's ready to drop new music.
And I heard that he had an accident one time, last year, and he never really recovered from it or something of that sort. That was what I saw in the news. But then,
at least people listen to the music. People that were curious about who Sky B was, people listened to his music, downloaded the song, and
so he's more popular.
Downloaded. I mean, I don't know.
People streamed, which is still money for him. And now you people want to see Sky B actually perform on stage.
Do you want to see?
No, Sky B was big that year, though.
Yeah. So for like 1 or 2 songs, so we have to be careful not to. We have to be careful with these stunts. I mean, I remember I think it was 2015 when Skibby was rumored to have died, and then they came back and he said, oh no, he's alive. And people, because he never did come out to say it was a stunt. I mean, no one would ever do that. But people now said, it was just a stunt and all that, he was trying to blow. And let's even assume that it was a stunt. Nothing happened really until 2018 into 19. So you have to be careful with stunts. If truly the people who are still saying this was a stunt, because in his post he now puts in, I'm still performing, promoted his music briefly. You get, so it's almost like...
So let's give Sky B 2022, 23.
People's journeys are different, right? So if you're trying to...
Pull that stunt.
God's time is the best.
Yeah.
So
please, death is too much, Sha. It's just too much. If you think someone has passed on, please be sure. Try to reach out to someone who knows the person before you put out anything. Please, I beg you. Thank you.
Okay, let's move on. All right, this one, I left EME with 0 naira. Wizkid, Nigerian artist Wizkid, has come out to state that he left Banky W's record label Empire Mates Entertainment EME in 2014 without a penny. He made this known during a recent interview in the UK, where he explained that he left the label because he had gotten to the stage where he had to move forward. Let's check out what he had to say.
You get me?
Wizkid got signed to EME in 2009, and while on the label, he released a Superstar album 2 years after getting signed, followed by a self-titled album, Ayo, in September 2014, which was his second and last studio album for the record label. So now, Wizkid's accent.
I like how that's where you want to start.
Yeah, so I think it depends on the time zone. So if he's in the UK, he has UK accent.
When he in the UK that's interviewing him.
Yankee has Yankee accent. When it comes to Nigeria, he has Nigerian accent. He goes to France. Probably you speak French.
As I left EME in 2014. Okay, anyway, for real though.
Okay.
So let's discuss this particular matter. I mean, you guys already know how I feel about Wizkid's changing accents. So, journalists, or should I say bloggers, or should I say, I don't know how, but when people put out news, it's so interesting. And this is how sometimes beef starts.
Yeah.
Because it was a very, when the guy, or when Capital Extra put out the interview, it was a very sensationalist vibe I got from it, because it was like, why I left EME, Wizkid left EME without a penny. And it was in quotes, and then you see the video under, and then until you watch it, you won't understand or know that he said more than that, and you won't even know that he shouted out Banky W and God. And so you just feel like, man, Wizkid left. And some people who
that's what they've taken.
What do you call Twitter fingers? What do you call them? That's all you see, and you just go. So we have to be very careful. You have to actually listen. You have to pay attention.
Sensationalism.
I mean, I know people do it for clicks. Like, that's the most attention-grabbing part of the thing. So it makes you want to click. So I don't know. It's tough, because this is our job as journalists and as people who put out news. It's tough not to say, you know, put out the most interesting thing, but just also be careful putting out stuff and also receiving stuff, because you need to watch the whole thing and get the whole story. That's all I'm saying about that.
And as usual, I was passing a message and giving shout out to Banky that yes, he had to start from the scratch, and it was Wizkid already, and he was starting his own label. So you know how the story always goes. It's not that he didn't have anything at all. Like, he's just starting afresh, so it's not that a big deal. And of course, give Banky W a shout out, and
All right, shout out to Wizkid.
And I mean, this always brings us back to the conversation about labels, though, about how, like,
and it's still catching up from the label, because there's still Jolegba, the streams, there's still songs under the label. So there's still money entering his account, but maybe he was saying in his pockets, He left the house.
Yeah. And you know the conversation we're having the other day about how the YouTube page for some labels, the way
it's
it is
not for the artists themselves.
Exactly. It's not so. It's not Wizkid. Yeah. So all those songs on Empire on EME, it's on EME's page on YouTube. So who is the coin really going to?
But I think when things are structured, as we have always said, people
always
would always get
due.
royalties. So you know the percentage that enters your own account.
Yeah. And I mean, no one knows everything. Like, I think we've gotten better. Even label owners, it's gotten better and more structured over time. And we're grateful for that.
All right, and that is the end of entertainment news today. And we are moving on to celebrity birthday shout-out.
Yes.
It's time for celebrity birthday shout-out. Happy birthday to Nigerian actress Regina Daniels. Yes.
What is her?
But today is her birthday.
Oh, the one that married the senator?
Or the one who is a Nigerian actress and has quite a huge following on social media.
Movie that is short.
So I've been seeing, you know, clips of that. Take several seats.
Happy birthday, Regina Daniels.
I'm sitting.
I think on people's birthdays, OJ, let's just be nice.
Yes, be nice.
And focus on their achievements and not who they've married or who.
Yes,
I just wanted to.
Because yesterday, your birthday, we did not focus on the so many girlfriends that you have in those.
And today, we made sure we didn't talk about you crying.
Can we just move on? That
hysterically
was a show. That was a show.
On national TV.
That was a show.
Also celebrating today is veteran Yoruba actor Sunday Omobolanle, aka Papi Luwe. He turned 65 today. Happy birthday to everyone else celebrating today. Yes, I said when I heard
65. So here's the thing. You
Like
know that
football
online
age,
sometimes we don't have as good a record of keeping ages and things like that like they do over there. So online it says he's 65 today.
There.
But it's also possible that he's 65 today. Is it your 65?
What if he's 65?
What
really?
if?
What if?
Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, it's a wrap on celebrity birthday shout-outs. Up next is Rewind. Take a look to find out some major events that happened in the world of entertainment on this very day.
Let's rewind.